Good morning. Welcome to 4 by 8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. We are in our river journal. Let's get going. But first, this is what I'm working with. It's late in the afternoon, so there's a huge glare, shadows, everything. My desk is a mess. I started the day umpteen hours ago in a magazine with white that I'd already put on there weeks ago. And I'm just adding a little blue, smudging it around, gonna do a little bit of greens to this also in preparation for making water, right? Right. Um, River water. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't stop. Take the paintbrushes away, people. Then I put some circles on it that I cut out from other pages that I've painted and added other colors and just made some more circles in preparation for river water some more. This process is just never ending. It is so much fun. It is so freeing. Um, in theory, I'm cleaning up my scraps. That's my paint palette right there. Yep, the palm of my hand. But the scraps never seem to go away. The piles don't get smaller. I just am, it's just total therapy. I'm a little scattered right now because I'm thinking in a week I have a trip that I'm planning, and it's good for my soul. It's good for my soul, so I put paint in the palm of my hand and have at it. And that's what I've been doing for the last week. Can't stop, just can't stop. If you're standing still around here too long, you're going to be painted with lots of color. Bogey, you better run for your life. All that paint will show up on you. So, yep, just bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. There's a lot of glare. Hold on a sec. It's in the afternoon. I usually don't film in the afternoon. I usually film in the morning. So now it's going to be yellow. So you either get yellow or bright. That's better. Isn't this pretty? This is what I've been doing. I've gone completely bonkers. I just can't stop it. I have a whole bunch of old magazines. And I get Rolling Stone, one of those deals where you can buy them for 3 months free or whatever. And then they hope you never cancel, which I haven't. So Rolling Stone and Newsweek, I think, is what I get. And both of those magazines are pitiful compared to what they used to be. But they do supply fodder. And then this one, oh, this was a catalog. And some of these are just prepped. Like that, I could do something on that one. But this one might be the background for my... And I did tape some, oh yeah, that's right. Okay, this is what I did. I put deli paper on one side and glued it, because then I can paint it and not have to worry about it, whatever. And I can't stand the sound of deli paper wrinkling in a magazine. Now, within paper boundaries, probably. Oh, zoo update. I'm not going. It has not materialized to be as warm as I said it was going to be today. It is sunny, but it's chilly. Really chilly. And Curtie, don't be telling me you have 89. That's 89 Fahrenheit. I looked it up. Converted your temperatures. Delightful. Enjoy it for me. Okay. I got my Mary Blair book. My new one. Oh, I've already lost it. I was afraid it wouldn't come before I left on my trip. Which it looks like the weather's going to hold out. It's going to be cold. Oh, here it is. But it's not going to snow while I'm driving. At least going. I don't know about coming home. But this is the new one. And now this was not cheap. This was not on a used book thing. I think it was $50 or close to it. And I was like, I do not pay that for books. Ever, ever, ever. I had Amazon gift card money. Thank you, Julie. And I really, really wanted this one. The one I got is okay, but it doesn't have most of her Disney stuff in it. This is all Disney. And a tiny bit of her beforehand stuff. I don't know what there is about this. See, the backgrounds are what I'm after. I mean, look at, like, this is all the seasons in this same scene. It's very folk artish looking. I love that. But I really, really like it. This is all of her prep work. This is the picture I'm going to try to replicate. It's actually for Guatemala. It's a small world section ride, but I'm going to incorporate it because I love the ladies with the baskets on their heads, and I'm going to try to make this look like ladies walking beyond the Victoria Falls or along the Zambezi River. But my printer's out of ink, so it's all purple hues. But I just photocopied it because I kind of wanted to get instead of lugging this around for the afternoon. But I think I am going to leave it sideways. So what does this have to do with this? They might be on the same spread. I think I'm going to open my cabinet drawers here, my filing cabinets, and use them as a table. And my picture is right here to the left of me. I have this one for a little bit closer reference. Now, it's not going to be on top of this. I am going to use this though. Alright, let me tell you what I was thinking. In the middle of the night, you know how that happens, I was thinking about bubbles and how I said in that journal that lady wrote about the bubbles from the spray of the Zambezi Falls, because I think I wanted to just do something again about the Zambezi Falls. To me, these look like bubbles, water bubbles, right? And rainbows and all of that put together. And these are some more pages that I've been painting. I love the texture of the paper because it's thin, although these are different. Here's a magazine one. It's thin. It takes the paints differently, and this is mostly acrylic. There's some water. No, I think this is mostly acrylic. And Stabilo woody pencils. But these are bubbles in the spray from the falls. So I think I want to make a page about that. And I was just going to use these. Well, then I did this, and that's one of my circles right there. I just cut it out and glued it. And I put white and green, you saw, and green, a medium shade of blue, and a darker shade of blue, and mixed it all up, let it dry. It was already white acrylic on here. And I added some white dots, white around here, and I put yellow here too. I don't know. Oh, let me show you another thing. I'm making my own paper. All right. This is a bunch of strips of a couple different, 3 or 4 or 5 different pages. Some of it is a business reply card out of a magazine. Here's another one. But I photocopied that strip. And now I have lost the photocopy. I showed you my work area. It's a mess. Oh, here it is. I love the way not unlike what Jane Davenport does in her tablet of paper. I just don't have mermaids in mine. I love this though. You can see magazine writing, you can see business reply. It softens it up a little bit when you photocopy it, because this was the original. That's that. But I'm okay with that. I'm going to put this in my file of backgrounds. That file is about that thick right now. Because I photocopy them and use them over and over again. Not unlike a ton of other people. James Burke, who I really love, his principles in art, he does a lot of the girls, but he likes to do, what do you call it, like when you're designing clothes, wardrobe sketches or whatever, and the faces, and he likes all that. I don't like that. It's not that I don't like it, it's not my aesthetic. I like landscapes and or historic places or landmarks is what I'm trying to say, landmarks. But the principle of him photocopying his work over and over again and using it over and over again is this principle. And I don't think he was the first one to do that. sorry. But I like that thought process. But I can't stop making the pictures. So really and truly, I don't need to photocopy anything because I keep making them. So, where am I going in all this? Okay, so we're not doing the zoo. It's just too darn cold. And, oh, I know why it's weird in here. The overhead isn't on. Hold on. Alright, I'm going to open the blinds back up. I think that's okay now. Oh, Kurt, I have to show you this too. That's the page I'm working on, trying to replicate a tiny bit, but look at the one next to it. The Peruvian llamas. It says loading llamas, Peru. She did that in 1941. But see the suggestion of these people? That's the kind of people I can draw. So those I love. But I just love this one. I think it reminds me of... we're not going to use bubbles. We're just going to do ladies walking along the river with their water for the day. And I think I'm going to be really challenging. I really want to put it on Tomoa River paper and watercolors, but I don't have control of my watercolors enough to make those leaves like that. So we're going to stick with acrylics and paper. Watercolor, hardcore paper, real paper, painting paper. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I already painted something on that side, but I don't like it, so we're going to use the back side. I'm going to fast forward from now on because this is going to take a while. Here we go. Here's a page, a flash to the page I'm trying to replicate. And when I say replicate, I mean make it my own, not brushstroke for brushstroke. So I'm just applying acrylic paint, very, very cheap acrylic paints. And I'm better at abstract. I'm not unhappy with this, as it turns out. I have high expectations with low skill levels. I don't know. I just can't stop painting, and yep, that's a palm tree. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? I use various shades of green. It's all craft paint or children's finger paint from Crayola, which I love using, and I've said that in the past. It's a tad translucent, and it flows quite easily. And I'm just palm trees, ladies collecting water along the Zambezi River. That's what this is. But I'm sure having a whole heck of a lot of fun and staying out of trouble, and I guess keep floating along here. There's actually, I should have put an undercoating of another color, but I didn't, so I'm trying to just keep with greens and adding different shades of green, even adding blues in with a little white, just to give it some texture, some layers, and make this path along the Zambezi River my own. So it's just layer upon layer. Blues, all different kinds of greens, a little bit of brown, a little bit of yellow, and adding texture and depth to the palm leaves and the plants and the dirt and the crops in the field behind the dirt, just to make it look like the shoreline of the Zambezi River where these ladies are going to walk. And I just keep doing it over and over and over, adding layer upon layer upon layer. Yellows, browns, greens, and blues, over and over and over. And here is where I goof. I'm trying to, I can't make the suggestions of people even. I actually did. I just wish I hadn't put them on the white paper because I cut them out and glue them. And it's just my little ladies carting their water jugs back to their houses from the edge of the Zambezi River. And I even try to help it along with ink pen, colored pen, and pencil. I just wish I hadn't have done it on white, but it is what it is. And I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Um, it was very fiddly cutting these little ladies out, but it's okay. I just can't get over, and I know I sound like a broken record, because I hate hearing myself say it over and over, but to do this over and over is so much fun. Okay, you guys. Not my favorite, but I do like it. And, okay, I'm trying to put the wrong lids. This is the glue lid, lady. That goes on the glue, not the paint tub. Alright, here's this lid. I've had these paints open all day. These are little tiny Crayola finger paints. They're a tad translucent, but I love the size of this tub. It's easy to dip your brush in because I've been using a dry brush on a lot of this acrylic stuff. And I love the size. In fact, when these bottles are empty, I'm going to wash them out and replace them with at least this size. Fill up, you know, and put these big sizes off my desk, and you just have little sizes on my desk. But, okay. I thought I had an extra lid. And I'm desperately trying to use some old tiny bits of paint up and get these bottles out of here. I don't like how I did the people, but I was afraid to put them on here. So they're just going to stay like that. And it's not perfect, and it's not exact. I don't want it to be exact. Here's the picture. There's my work. Ladies collecting their water along the Zambezi River, right? Now, when my husband gets home from work, I'm going to have him change the ink cartridge, and I'm going to photocopy it. And I'll include that in my video. I'm trying to look for another brown. Oh, wait. No, I don't have like a tan. Anyhow, I love it. Love it. I just photocopied it, and the girls don't look as bad. They don't look like girls, but that's okay. My husband knew what it was, so it can't be too bad. And now I'm going to trim off this. Might have to be a like a tip-in. The texture actually shows up better in the photocopy than on the painting, the real one. And here's the real one. There's the photocopy. Okay. I still need to add a giraffe. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. So it's going to have to be like that. Which I'm okay with. Alright, let's glue this down. I have a lady in Atlanta watching me. Her name is, well, I didn't ask her if I could say her name. I'll just say it starts with a B also. As in Beth. But it's not Beth. But it's who I was named after. Actually. My dad's aunt was that name. Well, she was my name too, but they called her your name. Okay. But it's too cold here this winter for me. We commented to each other about the weather. Okay. I'll be coming through your neck of the woods next Saturday morning at like 5 or earlier on my way to Missouri. I like this. Now, I most probably have a piece of paper I could glue right there. Oh, actually, I think, you know what I think I'm going to do? Let's see. See if I have any more composition notebook papers left. I had a few. Yeah. Really faint. And then I'm going to do some writing here, but I don't know what I'm going to write about. And it's late. It's, what time is it? Almost 7 in the evening. Doesn't seem late. But if you've been up since 4, it's late. Just don't sleep well anymore. Old women issues. Okay. This is just composition notebook that I say over and over again. I get it super wet and drop watercolor on it. Sometimes I wrinkle it, sometimes I don't. And I love how it turns out. And I'm going to write about these ladies carrying their baskets or jars of water back to their little huts. Pretty. Okay, so see you all tomorrow with some giraffes for breakfast. Oh no, that would be fun. Create the giraffe house that they eat breakfast in. Okay, stop talking, lady. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. You can follow me on Instagram right here. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow.